That works.
So it's John, since the five of us.
Well, Jeremy may come in too. And so on. So we're getting pretty close to a full house with the only one I think is.
Yes. That's huge.
This is my other side. Can you move this?
The worst is how it stares at me.
Yes.
Single. We got chicken.
No, I'm gonna do this. It's fully.
It's pretty bad at this point. We did stuff like this. All right, so what's the-
I've got
This is your that
coming in on
he wants to replace the
John Shovel and
on this Mrs. Spring.
Oh.
I think that's.
Can we start?
Standing around.
Can I hear that? Yeah. I'll do it in flight. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. We're gonna end 3:30 on. And see, and then people identify.
I may have missed one or two.
I understand.
Not intentional. I know one there was.
No, it was intentional.
One was a
I
song
remember it's all bad.
that was going back and forth, back and forth.
Thank you for the jingle.
Not more of them.
DeForest not speaking. All right, fine. No,
Here, did you see this?
I love it. We don't say that.
Yes.
all right. We're going to start in a minute. We're just checking our fingers and toes. Michael, Jan, I think we'll have two commissioners coming in, hopefully, John Shovel and Jeremy.
I'm here.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Oh, John.
Did he just speak out of the screen?
Yeah.
Say something, John.
Hello there. Good morning.
Wow.
It did sound like
Yeah.
yeah.
Good and hot. Kind of like that.
Is Jeremy on as well?
Yeah.
Cool. Meeting's called to order. We have a quorum. Thanks, everybody, for being here, and thank you for John for being online, and Jeremy may join, but we'll see how that goes. But we are legal and good to go. So first order of business is to review the minutes from the meeting of October 28th. And one more time, but not the last time. Thank you so much, Jan. And thank you, Michael, for I'm giving the commission a moment to run through the minutes in their heads. All right. A copy that was sent out. and I appreciate all that work.
God, this is just unbelievable.
Who is speaking, please? Folks out there, please go mute.
Christabel, can you
Unless
please-
you're Commissioner.
Christabel, can you please mute?
Okay, I make that motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Excellent minutes.
John voted as well. Any opposed? None. Minutes are approved. Terrific. Lots of C of A votes today, which is great. We were blessed with some terrific applications and a lot of applicants. Go through them as quickly as I can because I will spend more time on the C of A applications. Folks, if you're not listed on the C of A applications for today, Craig and I have carefully conferred that it's possible that we miss something. So I'm going to go through what's on the docket and make sure everybody's included. But nobody's going to get left out today. We can get all our work done. First up, the sign 711 Warren Street. We're just voting on the C of As prepared by the city attorney. And that's a sign.
Yes.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second, Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Sign at 711 is approved. C of A will be available through Craig. If I get through the weekend, I'll sign and stamp it, and Craig will have it on Monday. 238 Warren Street, a sign.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
I make that motion.
Paul and Hugh, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? 238 Warren Street, a sign is approved. 545 Warren Street, a sign. Paul
Yes.
and Miranda, second. Favor, aye. Are any opposed? None. Sign is approved. 611 Union Street, I thank the applicant and I thank the forest. We had a robust discussion on the world of shingle, and specifically there was a request by the commission to identify a synthetic product that visually and in terms of cut approximated the cedar shingle that's being replaced with. The applicant was kind enough to drop off same with Phil during the middle of the week. I thank you for that. If you guys want to show where you're at to the commission, but I have a fairly strong view that they did exactly what was asked.
Okay, I will say a word. This is the actual shingle that we plan to use. It is aged, weathered, wood shake, and I can pass it around if you'd like to take a look.
We all look at it.
We saw it.
Up close. This is the Enviro shake. I want to thank you for insisting that we take a look at something else. It works very well. This is far superior to a wood shake, and looks like a wood shake. And it does far superior to regular shingle, even architectural.
Thank you so much.
Really? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank
Great
you.
outcome. Thank you.
That was good. It was a little bit of work, but it was good. There's a footnote came up when we distributed the C's of A. And just a question for you guys, it's not a demand from the commission or anything like that. The commission architect noted that they're really nice gutters and downspouts. We're hoping that you'll be able to preserve those.
Yes, they'll all be, everything would be put back to the way it is right now.
Bless you. Thank you. Motion to approve the C of A, and
Yes.
you got that, the gutters and downspouts are preserved. Hugh, Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. You're approved, dudes, and you'll have your C of A from Craig on Monday.
All right.
Thank you very much for all that stuff. 556 Union Street, good discussion of an elevation change. There had to be some ones in the plan to accommodate the fact that there's an extraordinary steep drop off of the elevation near that house, and there need take care. There needs to be a workaround. Motion to approve 556 Union Street elevation change. You and then Paul, all in favor,
Aye.
aye, opposed, it's approved. 43 North Sixth Street. I don't know if the applicant is here, but my recollection is we did a lot of good work together. Chip was able to identify some good stuff underneath the siding. I think, and the applicant found it, and it just worked out really well. That was a nice thing. Motion to approve 43 North Sixth Street, Paul and Miranda, all in favor.
Aye.
They're none opposed. C of A will be with Craig. 752 Warren Street. I don't remember exactly the case, but
Classic garage.
yes.
Oh, yes, sure, yeah.
Motion to approve 752 Warren Street, all in favor.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
No. Depot District, this was a screw up and given the possible candidates of people who would have screwed it up. I decided it was probably me. After careful consideration, I missed an address because of the Galvin extreme interest in branding. Not the addresses are not carried over onto all the applications, and there are multiple addresses defined as Depot District. I spoke to Attorney Polidoro once or twice during the week, and we went through the correction, and it's been amended to include the fact that there are two addresses there. Comments, Todd, or is that the story?
Yeah, no, the only other change is, and it's just a drafting error, and I think Victoria and I can take the blame, not you. Originally, we had mentioned the 3 residential structures that have to be demolished, but there also is the warehouse at 708 that has to be demolished, and so we just specifically laid that out in the CMA.
Okay, I went back to the application. We had agreed on the demo. I know not everybody loved it. But it's part of the application. Paul would be an example of not love. I only want to say, as a matter of procedure, that I don't know how to make this work if applicants have double jeopardy. If the commission as a body has approved an application, then what we're looking at is whether the C of A was drafted properly and completely by the attorney. If we decide that we're going to relitigate applications, we don't have a process. We really don't. We have to put a notice on this, whether the commission approves it or not, and maybe review it another time. I don't want to do that. Nonetheless, may I have a motion to approve the corrected application to be published?
I'm sorry, what was this application?
Specifically, it's 65 through 75 North 7th Street and 708 State Street.
It's the new people buildings.
The big one.
Depot
Two big apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what about a garage?
Correct.
Real quick, the 708 State Street consists of 2 buildings. So if you put on the CMA approval 708 State Street, what building are they demoing? It has to be specific to the building. So it should say 708 State Street rear warehouse.
Okay.
What happens with this is when these folks come to me to get their permits, we're specific to the parcel. So 708 State Street consists, and the only reason they're getting a C of A is because 708 State Street complete parcel is in the historic district. The warehouse is part of that parcel. So what building are we demoing? That has to be specific. That's why this came up. They came to my office to apply for their demo permit and I rejected it. Because they didn't have the proper documentation for me to issue the permit.
I understand.
So these things do have to be clarified. The second meeting of this month, or the meeting of this commission is for just that, to review and approve these C of As. So when these things come out of here, they should be already approved and documented. So every now and then we will find it and we correct it, but. And my office is gonna take another step to correct these things, is now they're gonna be including parcel ID number instead of just an address. So we're finding some mistakes with that as well. So,
Understood.
okay.
Appreciate it, Craig, and thank you for raising that to everybody. Cool. Motion to approve C of A for, Depot District. Miranda, everybody, you all in favor? Are there any opposed? Approved. Did I miss anything? Okay, let me go through the applications we've got and, don't be upset, we're gonna get to everybody, if we missed it on the agenda. Right now, I've got, 518 Warren Street, 20A South 7th Street, 555 State Street, and 207 Allen Street. We had a latecomer, which was, what was it, 330, Craig? 330 Allen Street. So 330 Allen Street is now on the agenda. Did I miss anyone? Crystal?
Yeah, 436, 438 East Allen Street.
That's right there. So,
I'm sorry, what was that? 436, 438 East Allen.
I'm
Did
sorry.
you send that application?
there was some confusion with this. It was submitted to me back in October. And I believe I submitted it, but I think we had a computer error as well. So that's why we had this confusion with who got what. But Crystal did bring all the applications and she has a full packet right there. to fill that.
Say it again, Crystal. I didn't write it down. 430,
436 to 438 East Allen.
terrific.
And
And Jen, you had 330,
I have 330 Allen Street, which is fencing,
got it.
and 436, 438. I do not have the application.
I'll get it. to you.
Okay. Crystal, what is that for? Replacement of garage doors.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Cool. So let's get the signs done. And we'll go on to the stuff that's a little more detailed. First sign up is 518 Warren Street. Who's here to speak for 518 Warren?
And you have it. So,
Good luck on Phil seeing it.
put your hand right on it.
It's on, that helps. You know. All right.
Not that one's, that one there, but the rest of them are for school 7 hours.
Okay, can we put that up on the screen? There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Does that say drop dead?
Yes.
Okay.
It's got a brand.
That's good.
Page would you like in the application?
I suppose the first page, the big one. So I'm just curious, will the name appear then on both of those signs, the other drop-down sign as well?
You mean on the doorway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so this is the.
Yeah, that's gonna be
on
the
this
front
one.
door.
Yep.
So we have the Farms and Farms Realty and
Yes.
ours.
Okay,
Um,
and that bracket's already in place?
The brackets in place, yep. So the sign's 2x2. Just black and white painted sign.
So is the Barns and Farms, wooden sign remaining or is that coming off?
Yes, that's remaining.
So we're having this and Barns and Farms on the window? Or door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Door.
And
Just to
this
make it
right now, I
clear.
think was this Peter, was that an antique sign, an antique shop or something was on that?
Next door, I'm not sure. It's just been empty.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Hugh, motion to find the application complete.
Yep.
And a second, Paul, in favor, the application is complete, public hearing is waived, although this is not a type, whatever. Motion to ask the city attorney to prepare a C of A for this application, Hugh and Paul, all in favor, aye. You'll have, the C of A. Actually, we have to vote on that, don't we? It's another meeting. Sad. We've got. Yeah, we have to wait for the attorney. So that was our next, we fooled around with the schedule to try to tighten it up in December and also not bump into Christmas. The next meeting will be the 9th
Okay.
of December. The commission will vote on the C of A. If you have some urgency, timing, or other issues, talk to code enforcement.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Does anyone need copies?
I think we're good. We have everything. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
20A South 7th Street, a sign. Hi, we know you.
Yes. Here it is.
All right, so it's going to be a 3x2 double-sided MDO hanging sign. We are also going to be providing a straight arm bracket as well for this sign.
Guys,
I'm fine, yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Complete, Hugh, and a second, Paul,
Yes.
in favor, aye. Approve the application and have the city attorney prepare a C of A, Paul and Hugh, in favor, aye, approved.
Perfect, thank you so much for your time.
Let's see what we got up next. I think we've got some fences coming up. Let's, 555 State Street.
Yes, front and rear.
Who's here to speak for 555 State Street? Anyone online for 555 State Street, fencing? Not so much. Is 207 Allen Street a fence as well, or?
Yeah.
Let me try to get the other fence done. Which is 330 Allen Street. Who's here to speak for 330 Allen Street?
Dylan Meyer.
Hi, Dylan.
Oh. So yeah, this was snuck in last night or the night before. Thank you, Craig, for putting it through. It's a fence, 4-foot high pine picket fence extending off either side of the front of the building. So we're here to try and get the certificate of appropriateness. I have copies of the application if anyone needs it. So that's the style that we're going to try and emulate. The picture on the left, I believe, is on the lower Allen Street, just as another example on.
Are they taking square pickets like that one or flat?
Yes, they're going to be square pickets. And then also the post is capped.
Mhm.
And so there'll be also, since it's split by the house and gate on either side.
So it's here.
Yes.
Sorry, the picture on the right is basic, is what you're doing?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Could you just go back to that other slide where you showed? Is it at the property line or where is it?
No, so there's a bit, I would say about 8 feet of yard between the sidewalk and the front of the house. And so it won't be in front of the house itself, it'll just extend from either side.
Side, okay. That's fine, but Bill,
Yeah. Sorry, motion by the application complete, Paul and Hugh, all in favor, aye.
great,
Motion to approve the application and request city attorney prepare a C of A, Miranda and Hugh, all in favor, aye, you're approved. Appreciate it. Cool. 207 Allen Street.
Good morning, I'm Doug Larson.
Good morning. I'm sorry, you said Doug?
Doug Larson and Jacob Harden.
Jacob, good morning.
So we're here representing Andrew Smith, who purchased 207 Allen Street recently. Once he bought the property, he asked us to come take a look at it, what it needs, and we're sort of going through this cycle of discovery. The house was built in 1860. It had a rear yard addition in brick in about 1880, and then it acquired in the later 20th century the wooden structures up the back of the building. We would like to demolish them and go back to the original brick envelope. And we're still in the process of figuring out how to restore the facade and what we would put in its place. So the best thing to do is to look at the photographs. I think
Okay.
there's plenty of drawings, but this is the,
Is that online? I can put it up on the screen so everyone can see it.
Yes, this photo is,
Okay.
in the application. It's in the application.
Is it 6 or 7 in the application? The contemporary photo?
John Chubb will just ask a question, any chance we can screen share? And I don't know what he means.
Yeah, let me try to.
let's do it, start with the facade on Allen Street. I think this is.
You're sharing the wrong screen
Um,
up there.
on
Get out of that. Just said something. Yep. And then, but if we do that.
That's the interlude.
Okay,
So that's the facade on Allen Street. We do plan on coming back to you with door window strategy and front door strategy. Obviously, that front door is not correct. But that's, this application, we just would like to remove the rear. So we can begin to assess what we come back. So you can see the middle level there. You can see what's left of the brick on the right there. And so that's the brick addition, the original brick addition from the 1880s. And it required this wood frame structure going all the way up. That top one has a bathroom and a bedroom in it. It's sagging quite a bit. You can see it's really taken down. We don't really know what we're gonna find in terms of masonry openings or the old parapet on that second floor addition, so we really need to do some exploratory demolition.
Is that third story addition wood all around, or does that brick? Just the brick go all the way up to the,
It's wood all the way around.
okay,
So if you go to the historical, the image you had originally,
Yep.
you'll see that it's not at that level. We've taken up a few floorboards to see if we can find the old parapet. It looks like the parapet was dismantled.
okay.
And in fact, the wood floor at that third level has a substantial hump in it. So,
Okay.
because part of it is bearing, part of it is bearing on those wooden posts. There's a sheet there somewhere.
Would you mind?
There you go. Yes.
Thank you, this is correct.
Yeah, so there's on the right is a view, must be going to 1800s. You can see that the rear brick addition is only 2 stories and has its own roof. So most of these buildings on Allen, have a really nice view of the Catskills. And the grade drops off substantially. The lower one is actually a cellar that's open full to grade in the winter. We would like to put a porch structure back, similar to the one on the right, the house to the right. We haven't designed it yet. We really just need to find out what we're attaching to and what masonry openings are left that need to be restored. And we would put back the appropriate windows. In your packet, there's a drawing.
Which number is it?
Looks like it would be A1, the last few that
AX2 and A2, so we've got a drawing of what's there now, and we've got a drawing A2 of conjecture of what is behind, so.
just to be clear, that's not in scope at this point until you continue to do your research. Okay,
We also have some,
Just a little bit so we can see the screen. Thanks.
so AX2 is existing, A2,
This is right?
yes, and just page through. AX2, okay, that's what's there now. And I feel like that's a good side view of the house, you can see. On the lower left, the wood structure that jumps over the old brick.
Here.
Oh, I see.
This was on totally not visible. It's about a 2 foot wide alleyway, but we drew it to so you can understand what's happening back there.
And what's the top right? That's what it looks like now.
Top right is what it looks like now, except we didn't draw the sag.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
We just,
That's why it looks like
and then if you go to H2. It's the other direction. That's the last one. One more. There you go. So from what we've been able to glean from walking around before the additions are removed, those are the masonry openings that will be left when we demolish the wood. Some of the original windows still exist on the lower level. The 2 original windows exist on the upper left. The whole middle level, someone had replaced those doors with inappropriate French doors. So we'll come back to you with a porch design and a window replacement strategy on the rear with the 2/2 with double glazed windows.
Take us back to exactly what's in scope right now, what you're looking for approval on.
We're looking to remove the rear wooden addition and that's the basement level interior. I don't know if that's your jurisdiction.
We're not interior.
Okay. So to remove that. So everything that's cross hatched of the drawing.
And that's all obviously from the historic photo and add-on. There's no historic pieces that are coming on.
Right, the best that we can find according to the copy records is between 1960 and 1980. That was really the issue.
Okay. So you're taking that down, but you're doing the research to see what you see, what was there, and try to replicate that.
Exactly, and come back to you with a facade, Allen Street facade strategy and a rear porch and window replacement.
All right, so we're not looking at quote unquote new construction. This is basically demo.
Correct, it's
Got it.
low and waterproofing, protecting the structure from.
Okay, let's get through the winter. Paul, motion to find the application complete, waive the public hearing, Paul and you, all in favor, aye. Motion to ask the city attorney to prepare a C of A for demo, basically. Paul and Miranda, all in favor, aye. That's the story.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You will indeed. Thank you very much for your thoughtful work.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I think Crystal.
Crystal Heights is hearing from Paul Canada, the owner of 436 East Allen Street. This is an application for approval for the replacement of some rotted garage doors. The applicant has actually already completed the replacement of these doors and is looking for approval from you all after this has been done. We've included some photos in the package showing the doors prior to the replacement, as well as a bunch of photos showing the new doors. The old doors were rotted wood as mentioned. The new doors are metal. The applicant has 2 overhead garage doors and also barn doors that sort of open side swinging or side sliding rather. We could not find historic photos of this, but we do think that because there are some hinges that the original doors to the carriage house swung open like they used to long ago, that would be something that would be feasible to replace. The applicant did include some wrought iron straps that he thought would make it a little bit more period looking than just the white doors. And there's everybody has a packet there with all the photos.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Some of the new
Everyone should have
photos
a
that the
packet.
applicant said to me are on the top.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One of the old ones that has the something highlighted, I tried to type something in there, but it didn't quite come out. It just shows how the carriage house looked prior to the replacement. that one.
Crystal, is there a reason he just didn't match the, like, why this one is different?
He didn't say. I think that partly he thought that the sliding would mimic a little bit more of what was there, because of those hinges.
Mhm.
Oh, I see. So these doors are gonna slide.
Yes, the one set all the way to the right will slide. The other
two are
two sets
overhead.
to the left are overhead.
Got it.
Is he really attached to the wrought iron straps on the overhead doors? They seem out of character with what the doors are now. And before, they were just plain and now they're nondescript. This kind of draws attention, I think, to the fact that they're metal and modern and doesn't do what he intended.
He added them on.
Correct, yeah.
What's your thinking, Miranda?
Well, I think if he would just remove these,
It's not
Scrap.
helping with any kind of sense of authenticity, I don't think. It's obvious that these are different type of construction. The intent is good, but it doesn't, I don't think it does it.
If it's not so much of a, I mean, it's really not gonna compromise the doors, I think we prefer they come off.
Strapless?
if that's doable,
Yeah,
it
take
looks
them.
like it should be.
Chris, is that okay? If go strapless on the new door, the rolling doors?
The overhead doors.
It's your decision.
I think it's,
It's a shared decision. And then it's our decision.
Yeah, yeah. And then we say. to them, yeah, no.
So that, I know,
I think
that
it's-
I know that the applicant did this and then attempts to.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's clear that's what they
Yeah.
want, but I think it doesn't quite
Yeah.
come off.
okay, other than that,
Cool. Motion finding the application complete, Paul? Second, you all in favor, aye?
and that is with the disclaimer that they'll.
And motion to request city attorney prepare a C of A with the new rolling doors being strapless.
You want just the rolling doors?
Yeah, just the. road.
Yeah, no,
The
the
overhead.
barn door is cool.
The
The
overhead.
straps are what would be there. It's
The
rolling
overhead.
doors that
But we
makes
have
sense.
straps on the other doors too.
No,
Yeah, that's right.
That's
This
That's
goes
fine.
with the design of that door.
Right.
It doesn't go with
Just
the
think of it.
design of these.
So, but I'm saying, the metal straps, you don't want removed just from the
No.
barn door, you want removed from.
just
both of them?
over the overhead doors.
Yeah,
Just
just
overhead.
these two. This one can stay the way it is.
Perfect.
These two.
Okay.
remove the-
Perfect.
So the barn door will have a rubber iron straps and the overhead not.
Right.
Right.
Good. With that caveat, motion to approve. Second, Paul, Miranda, all in favor?
Aye.
Done, Crystal.
Thank you all. This was the most fun meeting I've been to. Wow.
I know, that's too bad.
That's too bad.
Housekeeping. Going forward, we've got two meetings in December, the 9th and the 16th. Vice Chairman Shovel will chair both of those meetings. And Phil will be in the Caribbean. Doing it.
I will not be able to be here on the 9th, but I
Okay.
can be here on the 16th.
Okay, thanks, Miranda. Just logistics on, we'll figure out the, I'll talk to Craig, I'm sorting out how to get the seed today, and I'll talk to John on any process issues. But, did the folks ever come in from, 555 State Street? No, okay, so, they'll probably come in on the 9th. I don't have anything else on the agenda, that's it. Anyone else want to speak? Either on this subject or any other subject? Motion to adjourn? We got a hand up, I'm sorry.
Phil, am I doing the 9th and the 16th or just the 9th?
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
thanks, John.
We have, Hudson Citizen Ronald, would like to speak.
Sure.
Hello.
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 Who wants to go first?
You.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to point out that there was no agenda posted in advance of this meeting, as far as I know. And second, on the question of agendas, I'd like to raise the question of the meeting of September 23rd. An agenda was posted in advance of the meeting, but it did not include two items which happened to be discussed at the meeting. A revised agenda was posted after the fact, which creates a kind of misleading record, especially given that one of the items that was brought up in connection with 529 Warren Street involved the painting of buildings in historic districts. And that was an in-person meeting. So apart from the minutes, the only other record we have of the discussion was that provided by Gossips of Rivertown, which was rather fuller than that provided in the minutes. And I would like to point out that posting agendas, revised or otherwise after the fact, sort of defeats the purpose of having an agenda. Obviously, they're supposed to be posted in, for the benefit of the public before meetings, at least 24 hours ahead of time, as I understand it. Then next, on the question of C of A's, to the extent that they are the documents on which you vote, which were prepared by the city attorney, are posted online. They refer to the application attached hereto and hereby incorporated into the application. However, the attachment does not show up online. Presumably, this includes more information about exactly what is, being voted on and approved. And I'd like to ask that the applications be included online along with the C of A's. And finally, last but not least, as a matter of old business, I would like to ask what has been happening on the question of certified local government. It was my understanding that you would be having discussions with the state about proceeding with that or not proceeding with that. And I haven't noticed anything, coming up about it for the last several months. So I would like to raise that question. Thank you.
Ronald, hi, Ronald, this is Paul Barrett, and I called our representative's office 2 weeks ago, and I did not get a response. And I'm sorry, I probably should have knocked on her door again before this meeting, but I did reach out and I haven't heard back, but I will follow up on that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Ronald, I mean, I can tell you what happens, but I don't disagree with any of your comments in terms of agenda. From time to time, it's a bit of a trade-off between getting an agenda out and also allowing for the fact that in an imperfect world, applicants are late. I have my own bias, and maybe it's a wrong one, which is that if somebody can get here and Craig has had a review opportunity, whether it's 5 days or not prior to the meeting, we try to get people in process, particularly this time of year where it's, well, this last 2 years, where it's very, very difficult to get building materials. It's very, very difficult to get a contractor. The bias is towards the applicant rather than process. That said, you're absolutely correct.
Well, to my mind, a partial agenda is preferable to no agenda. I can understand having last minute additions and so on and so forth. But in the case of that one particular agenda, which was revised after the fact, the particular discussion of paint seems to have raised rather weighty issues. And had that item, if it was known that this discussion was going to happen, and had it been posted in advance of the meeting on an agenda, I think more public interest would have been attracted, and there might have been more attendance and more participation in that.
I'm not sure I was aware of it. Look, no disagreement. We'll probably do better on this. I need to talk to Craig and Jen on what we need to do from a process point of view to upload digital apps. It's not something I don't recall we've ever done. That we're still transitioning from a physical world to a digital world. But you're right.
I want to thank you. I guess maybe it was through the efforts of Mr. Schobel that what you were looking at in the room in terms of what the applicants were presenting were made available to us at home. And I hope that continues. I also like to thank Mr. Hoffman for the efforts that he's made. And I don't know if you know it, but the council tech committee is working on digital issues, and maybe you could do some kind of liaison with them along these lines.
No, the thing that, we need to. It's sort of easy some of the time and sometimes it's not. We deal, and I guess planning does as well with overscale work. I don't have the capacity to, scan that stuff myself, otherwise I could do a bunch of it. We'll figure it out. But your point
Okay.
is well taken, Ronald. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I would say also this is the first time I've ever participated in a hybrid meeting from here. This works extremely well, especially when the sharing occurs. Like it really is an exceptional method for doing this.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Good.
Carol, that's her hand.
Carol? Carol?
Yes, I just wanted to clarify that the Historic Preservation Commission should not be faulted for the discussion of paint not being an agenda item, since I was the one who brought it up at the end of the meeting. So you didn't know it was going to be an agenda item.
Well, thank you for clarifying that, because one of the things that I did not understand was how the question came to arise in the first place.
Good. Good, everybody. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that
All
motion.
in favor? I'm unopposed.
Great Thanksgiving, everyone.
You too, John. Thank you, and everyone out there.